Client or travel? Travel. I went through a public divorce. It happened in the worst possible time of my life. I had just pre launched my business. I had a successful year. All of my clients were very satisfied with the service that they paid for. Coming into the following year, my ex wife begins to create a lot of social conflicts. And I found out from the endless phone calls that were coming in through various and known associates. Prior to me pre launching my business, I had already acquired an audience, a wide range audience of more than tens to hundreds across the world. Right now, I'm at more than 30,000. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Mind you, these are not people who are sitting there scrolling through their phones. They're kind of tuning in and tuning back out to tend to whatever business demands that they may have. So when these calls would come in, they're lasting anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. And they're not so much just complaining and gossiping, but they're more so concerned about my well being and my ability to stay focused and driven despite the ongoing conflicts that my ex wife was causing in the social world. And I only acted when her behavior in our home took a turn for the worse. I asked her to leave. Moments later, I receive a phone call from a client. I said, hello? He says, hello. Is this Mr. So-and-so? I said, yeah, this is he. And this sounds like a white gentleman somewhere in his mid-30s, very mature. And he starts complimenting me and tells me about the things that he's heard. And he says, my wife and I have made arrangements. We're ready to meet with you today or anytime this week. We really want to hire you. And I'm like, oh my goodness, you and your wife have been talking about it? He says, yes. And now I can't go on and tell him everything that's going on in my personal life. But I just explained to him that I am scheduled to travel out of state. But what I can do is exchange contact information and reach out to you upon my return. Usually I would know who calls me before they do because I would have their numbers saved to my caller ID just to save time from getting familiar with each other over the phone. But we get familiar with each other over the phone and I travel. My trip ends up lasting a month longer than I expected. I turned off my phone. It's just so that I could be in a different environment. When I step out, I don't run into any familiar faces, neighbors, classmates, or even potential clients. The conflicts that she had caused for me socially made it difficult for me to go further on with my business without creating some sort of drama. Now, I want to speak to those of you out there who are business owners or operating a business. When you get an opportunity to travel, do so. Make a careful observation. People will pay for quality products. And when a quality product goes out of stock, usually they will make a line and wait until that product is in stock and would actually purchase it. And if you're out there doing everything that you need to do, you have all your documents in line, your services in a quality level, and you get an opportunity to travel, do so. Because when you come back, you will definitely have people that are waiting for you and they'll be ready to pay for your services.